Today, on Running to Him.
Through being clothed in holiness, we draw people to Christ. Today's reading is Exodus chapter 28, and we'll be concentrating on verses 2 through 4. Exodus 2 through 4 says, "You shall make holy garments for Aaron your brother, for glory and beauty. You shall speak to all the skillful persons whom I have endowed with the spirit of wisdom, that they make Aaron's garments to consecrate him, that he may minister as a priest to me. These are the garments which they shall make: a breastpiece and an ephod, and a robe and a tunic checkered work, a turban and a sash, and they shall make holy garments for Aaron your brothers and his sons, and he may minister to me as a priest." Prior to marrying Toni, we met with a Greek Orthodox priest for a series of 10 4-hour sessions to discuss the Greek Orthodox Church and Christianity. I noticed in Orthodox churches the abundance of ornate articles such as icons and lamps, silver and gold pieces, all decorating even the smallest of churches. Coming from a non-religious background, and even a few times I went to church when I was growing up, I felt the amount of money that it took to put items in the church was wasteful and excessive. I wondered out loud why the church didn't sell those pieces and give the money to the needy. I must credit the priest for his kindness and patience with my lack of understanding. He patiently explained to me that God is the author of beauty, and when people come to worship him, they expect to see beauty. That concept went over my head. I had to accept what he said, but under my breath I was muttering. So let me explain why most Protestant churches have very little ornamental beauty. During the first part of the Reformation, Ulrich Zwingli, a leader of a break-off Protestant group, decided that inside of the church should be bland because looking at all that beauty took the worshippers' eyes and thoughts off of God and squarely on the secular. Therefore, most Protestant churches, particularly outside of Europe, are very bland. Over the years, my understanding has changed. For example, when I attend an Orthodox service, I've come to enjoy the beauty of an Orthodox church and the priest's vestments as a way to experience God through the service and surroundings. Now we come to today's reading and God explaining exactly why Jewish priests have vestments and why Orthodox, Anglican, Catholic, and a few other churches do as well. They are following what God prescribed to Moses. Aaron's vestments were to display God's glory and beauty. Now, a close look at the word glory brings with it a meaning of heaviness or honor. God desired to set Aaron and the priests apart because of who they represented. They represented God to the Israelites. They were to live their lives as people dedicated to God in everything they did. This heaviness brought a bit of majesty to everything that they represented. We believers may not have physical vestments of our own, but our lives are to be our vestments. When people look at us, they should see God in his glory and his majesty. We should be different. We should be holy. Through that holiness, we draw to Christ. We believers may not have physical vestments of our own, but our lives are to be our vestments. When people look at us, they should see God in his glory and majesty. We should be different. We should be holy. Through that holiness, we draw people to Christ.
Thank you for listening. We pray that today's devotion was meaningful to you. We would love to hear from you. You can use either Facebook or YouTube to like, subscribe, share, and tell others about us. If you would like to contact us, you can reach me at phineasjacobus@runningtohim.net.